What are the best insoles for high arches? If you have high arch feet, it can be difficult to find good over-the-counter insoles or orthotics because most over-the-counter insoles are designed for people with flat feet or people who overpronate. Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Candy, and in this video, I'm going to tell you about what I think are the best over-the-counter insoles for high arch feet, why I believe that these are the best ones that I've seen, and how you can get them. Now, if you find this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel so you can get notified of our future videos. So first of all, why is it so difficult for people with high arch feet to find good over-the-counter orthotics? And most orthotics that you find over the counter, they're kind of like this. This is a brand called Superfeet, which I actually like, but they're mostly for low to moderate arch feet. That the arch here on the inside, if you turn it sideways, it's really not built up that much. It gives you some decent support. It is not incredibly flimsy, which is good if you need the support, but truly a high arch foot is one that needs to be able to flatten a little bit and absorb shock. When you hit the ground with a high arch foot, if the foot can't flatten or it can't absorb shock, then you are at risk for transmitting forces up the chain into your ankle, into your shin, into your knee, into your hip, into your back. You can get stress fractures in your shin. Those are some common injuries with people that have a high arch foot. And so you really need something that's cushioned. Now, they have some custom orthotics. This is one that we made for my wife who has a really high arch foot. And you can see it has a really built up inner arch, but it's squishy, it's movable, it's not super hard. Now, this is another custom orthotic that she got from a podiatrist, and conversely, you can see how hard and stiff this orthotic is. There's not a whole lot of give to this one, and that's why a lot of times people with high arches, they find even prescription orthotics to be rather uncomfortable because they say they're too hard. And so the challenge with finding a good high arch insole or a good high arch orthotic is that you need to be able to fill the gap in the arch without giving it too much structure. It needs to be something softer and cushiony like this. And until recently, I haven't been able to find a really, really good one for people with really high arches that I can recommend to patients over the counter. Superfeet, like I mentioned, are a good brand for people with moderately height arch. But if you have a really high arch, here's one that I really think is good. One that I found recently, I was at a sporting goods store with my wife. It's a big national chain. You would definitely know it. But and the one I found was called Spenco ground control shoe or insoles. And the Spenco ground control insoles are made for people with high arches, for medium arches, and low arches. And I've seen the brand Spenco before. Truly, I think they're kind of cheap orthotics, but this particular one I liked a lot. And the reason for it is it's really good for people with high arches. Normally their orthotics don't have a whole lot of structure, and so I don't think they're that good, but for this purpose, you actually need something that gives a little bit. So their orthotic that's made for people with high arches, you can see the way that it's put together in this picture here, that it has 3 layers, a top cushiony layer, the actual kind of structure of it, and then some pieces at the bottom that give it a little bit of additional support. Now, this is what they look like from the outside. You can see what it looks like there. You can also see that it kind of twists. It's not a big, hard, firm orthotic like this, or even like the Superfeet where you really can't move it that much. It has a lot of give, and it will help you absorb shock while still having a really high arch to help support your foot as you're walking or particularly as you're running. So I'll put a link in the description as to where you can get the Spenco ground control insoles for high arches. Now, if you need something a little bit more customized and you are in St. Louis, we'd be happy to have you come in and fit you with a custom orthotic like this one. But if you're out of town or you just need a little bit of something and your problem is really not that severe, you may be okay with the Spenco orthotic. And again, I'll put the link here in the description. And no matter where you're watching from, if you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel so you can get notified of our future videos. Thanks for listening and have a great day.